when you come back to the States.
You legitimately.
You go through a form of a ceremony to announce to everybody this is what's gone on, you know, and you do get the license and you make the thing legal. You see. Pardon me?
If you're doing a mission in the jungle.
Oh, okay. I'm just wondering. I'm thinking that would be the furthest from my mind if I'm stranded.
Oh, she hangs around jungles, so she never knows. She's got to be prepared. She'll go out in a jungle by herself and go for hundreds of miles. She never knows what she's going to run into in that jungle.
There's a lot of women.
You know, and she's available.
The I-man
you know.
when it comes in the military.
I just find the jungle, she'll be there.
Okay.
Okay.
Last thing on my mind if I'm in the jungle, word.
Maybe you can get maybe the village will give you a goat and you're hungry.
Yeah.
Just a bad example to make a point, I guess.
So, no, I just didn't understand, but I understand the point now.
She often runs in the woods too. All right. Okay, so verse 6. So that we confidently say, the Lord is my helper.
You skipped verse 5.
Yeah, verse 5. Make sure that your character is free from the love of money, being content with what you have. For he himself has said, I will never desert you, nor will I ever forsake you. What do you think the concept of being free from the love of money and the necessity for money? And so in other words, so what if I came and I said, you're driving a relatively new car and I'm driving a junker, and it looks to me like you're not free from the love of money. Or you're wearing expensive clothes and I'm wearing non-expensive clothes, and it looks to me like you're not free from the love of money. Where do we draw the line on this subject? Go ahead.
To me, personally, I believe when you say a love of money, there's some people that actually do love money. Matter of fact, sometimes their whole happiness is based upon whether or not how much money they have and how much money to buy with your stuff. But when you say, like, for instance, the car or the clothes, some people have money to spend like that on clothes. If they want to buy the fine things, I guess I don't see anything wrong with that personally. If they can afford to do that, to do that, then I don't know. That's just are they in love with the money or are they in love with the material things? I guess it's sort of like I would say. I don't know. I don't see where it's wrong if they would have the money to buy the expensive clothes, to go ahead if they actually do have it like that. But there are some people that don't have the money and they'll go buy it anyway, the expensive clothes. Like, for instance, my mom teaches up in Cleveland schools, and he says the kids will have on the $100 Nike tennis shoes, but the parents won't buy them any supplies, no pencils. So I think that's where the scripture would be good.
Go ahead, Luke.
To me, the important part of that is it says being content with what you have. And it relates to the 10th commandment, don't covet. Covet, people want to take the word covet and mean that, well, I covet what you have, I'm jealous what you have, I want what you have. But covet really simply means that you're not content, you're not satisfied until you get more and more stuff, materialism. And this verse and the 10th commandment are telling us we need to learn to be content. As Paul says, I've learned to be content in all things. Even when he's in prison or being beaten, he's still content. Instead of this love of money, basically what's money? Money is things. Things. It's materialism. Materialism, not being content, or being content.
Do you know my ex-brother and my ex-brother, my ex-husband and my brother always say, and my brother's still my brother, but they always said, my husband and my brother would say this, I would be happy if I had, I'd be happy if I had like this, I would be happier if I had that, this would make me happy. It's just like all this stuff.
Yeah. And you have these Christians, they've been going to these churches for 20, 30, 40, 50 years, and they got to have new homes and new this and new that and new that. And you know people that are in the ministry laboring, like Walt here. You know, they'd never think of helping Walt out with his ministry, you know, or Frank. But yet they've got to have their new homes and new everything. And here they're 60 years old, 70 years old, 80 years old, and they're going to be in heaven before long, and they still don't get it. But they won't miss Sunday school. They won't miss church. But the materialism is a force, and it's in reference to Greg's point, it's control versus no control. When is the point to where I say enough is enough?